first. Put God first in everything you do. Everything that I have is by the grace of God. Understand that. It's a gift. I've been protected. I've been directed. I've been corrected. I've kept God in my life and it's kept me humble. I didn't always stick with him, but he always stuck with me. So stick with him in everything you do. If you think you want to do what you think I've done, then do what I've done and stick with God.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Wayne Campbell.
And I'm Sheila Campbell.
And this is your morning drive with the driver's side. Good morning, beautiful.
Hi, baby.
Emergency move this morning, so sorry about the audio. If it's a little echoey, we're doing the best we can. Otherwise, you would have nothing but
the popcorn
all morning, right? The popcorn sound.
Yeah, the popcorn sound.
So, but we have a full show for you today.
We do.
We got a full show. We had a great weekend.
We had a great weekend.
We did.
We got to go with Charles and Mama Bundy into Gatlinburg, or
right.
Dollywood.
Yeah, Dollywood. But before we get into that, we do have some news for you guys right away coming out of Washington right now. It says I-90 in Snoqualmie Pass is closed due to heavy rains and increased avalanche danger. Traffic is stopped eastbound on milepost 34 near North Bend and westbound on milepost 106 near Ellenburg, milepost 84 near Clemens, and milepost 70 near Easton. Estimated time to reopen to the pass is unknown. Crews will assess conditions Monday morning. An update will be provided at 9 a.m. So it should be coming through anytime. And let me make sure that we get an audio check right here. So, okay, we're good. Okay, we'll get to your comments here in a minute, but I wanted to make sure that we got that information out right away, along with the notification didn't go out. So if you're just getting here, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Well, that is a busy pass over there. So that's important information to get out, and it's updated, and it's right now. You're awfully bright.
Am I?
Yeah.
What? Oh, yes. Well, we'll get to that later. I did get my birthday gift early. But
Late early,
stop.
Yes.
Just stop. So, but we do have a lot this morning, Sheila. I do want to start this morning off with some mentions. Who do we have this morning? I do want to, okay. So if you guys didn't tune in last week, we had the Knights of the Highway, which was
Drivers of the Week.
With Drivers of the Week, which was very, very successful. Thousands and thousands of likes, hundreds of comments, and hundreds of shares of these right here. We're going to start with Tin Man right here, and a driver left a message for you there, Tin Man. It says right here, it says, "Stay safe, driver, from me and mine to yours. Thank you, to you and yours. Thank you." And shout out to Tin Man for that. He got a lot of likes, a lot of shares. I was impressed with that.
Yeah.
But didn't stop there, Sheila. It also went on to Ellie. Yes. Ellie, one of our drivers of the week last week, was left a beautiful comment here, and it was targeted towards you lady truckers. Yeah. It says, "Thank you, lady trucker. I appreciate you so much. Stay safe out there, and prayers for you." Also, what I thought was cool is Ellie went over and thanked everybody personally, but she left a message that said, "I would like to thank you all. It's been my pleasure. My dad would be so proud of me. I'm the first woman in our family. Now I'm passing it on when it comes time to my grandchildren. Keston, Emily, and Charlie and Nicole." All right? Right.
Charlie Nicole.
I'm terrible with names.
That's okay.
All right. But it didn't stop there, Sheila.
No.
It went on to Keith Becker.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, it's not showing it. It says that I have it up, but we're obviously having, there it is. Yeah. All right. Keith Becker was also nominated or was also a driver of the week last week at Night of the Highway. The cool thing about that.
Yeah.
What about that, Sheila?
So what happened with Keith is that he got recognized by his company. So we had done this on Friday for Feel Good Friday, and we're going to do it every Friday, that we're going to pick a few drivers, 3 drivers every week of Driver of the Week and Night of the Highway. And so someone had taken our clip of the show who had been watching and sent it over to Keith's work. and where he was recognized by his company
and by his boss.
Right, and really gave him congratulations and a little extra.
Yeah.
So yeah,
He threw him a bone, but I thought that was neat that his boss reached out to him, Sheila, and it was through here. Somebody caught it, sent it to his boss. Keith wasn't aware of it. All of a sudden, get a phone call from his boss saying, "It's the best thing you could do for our company."
Yeah.
You know,
and he was recognized and he was appreciated for that we did that. But what amazed me was how fast it got over there. I mean, it like seriously, we did that on Friday, and his company was notified on Friday that we had already that we were recognizing him. So that was pretty cool.
Immediately after the show.
Yeah.
And then also there was hundreds of comments over there, and it says, "Thank you for being the best. You leave your family behind to feed mine. Thank you."
Yeah.
So that's just a recap of last week's drivers of the weeks, the drivers of the week, Knights of the Highway. And we have more this week. So stay tuned. Friday, we'll announce them. But we will reach out to you guys prior to let you know, because we got to get permission to use your pictures and get pictures of your trucks if we don't have them.
Right.
I already have mine for this week.
Yes. Oh, are you waiting for me? I already know who mine is.
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to tell you.
Well, I'm not going to tell you mine.
Yes, I already have mine too.
And we also let Charles pick one.
Correct.
So this week we'll pick those three and look forward to announcing that.
Mm-hmm. Friday. We're going to be announcing that on Friday on Feel Good Friday.
All right. What else we got?
Part of the Friday.
I think we got something else going on this week. What do we got going on this week?
We do. Tomorrow is not only his birthday, but it is also the driver's side birthday. It's
your birthday. It's your guys'
second
birthday.
Anniversary birthday of the rebirth, I guess I should say, of the driver's side of when we started re-airing the show itself.
Right. The Petro out in Vegas.
Right. And so what we're doing is we're doing giveaways for it. We're going to have some questions on
for
there.
You guys.
We're going to ask some questions, and we're going to have some giveaways, from money to t-shirt and hat. And what we're going to do is tomorrow we'll ask questions, and the first person who answers on the feed there is the one who will win it.
Right. So, and what I thought was cool last night is I was telling Jerry about it.
Yep.
So, Jerry, you've been disqualified for the contest. I was telling Chucky about it. Chucky, you've been disqualified for the contest. Right. And Charles, you've been disqualified for the contest. Why?
Yeah.
You want to tell?
Because they matched. Originally, we said that we were going to give away one shirt, one hat, and a $25 either Cash App, PayPal, however you want it, or a gift card that we could mail to you. You decide how you'd like it. Well, the guys decided that they wanted to match as far as the $25 each. So originally we were going to give out $25, but in total we're going to be giving out $100. So thank you to the guys.
So tomorrow we're giving out $100 on the driver's side, along with a hat, a t-shirt, and I cannot wait for it. And it's also my birthday.
Yeah.
And I get nothing.
Really?
I got a cross. I got the breath of life.
Yes.
I do. I got a good life. I got good people in my life. I got drivers here. I got you. I don't know how I still have you. It's amazing to me that you'll even stop and do stuff like this with me.
Oh.
I wanted to say thank you for such a great day yesterday, Sheila. I had a good time.
Was awesome.
I want to say thank you to Charles, Mama Bundy. I've never been to that part of Tennessee. I've never been to Gatlinburg.
No, I haven't either.
What did you think of it?
Okay, so originally we had said that it reminded us of Vegas, and in a lot of ways it did, because of the strip that goes down there and all the entertainment things that they have that go on there. But then it kind of reminded me of more so, you know what it reminded me of? Of boardwalks, of like when you go into like Santa Monica or like a beach boardwalk, because it kind of has games and all that kind of a feel, and little store shops and everything else, or like in Venice. And it reminded me more of that than of Vegas, because it's very family oriented, friendly. There's a lot of stuff there for the kids, all the little souvenir shops, and it reminded me more of boardwalks than it did.
I thought
just kind of what they had out there. But it was awesome.
I thought it was neat in a whole. I thought it was very, very family fun type of atmosphere, plenty to do. What I did notice though, outside of that, is I think there's plenty of kind of truck parking down there. You can throw a pole in your truck if you're in this area. I know not just in Gatlinburg, but I know around here in Elizabethton, you throw a pole in your truck, you can take your 34, you can just go right down to the bridge and start fishing.
That's true.
I was talking to Chucky last night about it. There's some amazing fishing around here. If you guys are into that and you're in the Tennessee, Elizabethton area, I know that there's plenty of fishing for you guys. But again, Gatlinburg was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with you guys. I had a lot of fun with Charles and Mama Bundy. She cracks me up.
Yeah, when she says she wants to go for a drive, the underlying message there is she wants to go thrift store shopping.
Right.
That's pretty much it. She enjoys seeing Gatlinburg and going to these places, but pretty much shopping is like the main agenda out there.
Right, it is. But here, not to change subjects, but to move on because we got a lot to get to this morning. It's enough about us and what we did. I want to spend a special shout out to this driver right here for maintaining this right here.
Baby, you know why I'm a truck driver, king of the road, handling the lever in a heavy load.
Get it, driver. Obviously, whoever secured that load, if it was a driver, shout out. That load didn't go nowhere. It didn't shift. He got it back down. But shout out to that driver and to that four-wheeler. Boy, there was somebody looking out for you.
Right?
Oh my God. What did you think of that?
Oh my gosh, I would have flipped out. If I was in that car, I would have like flipped out and panicked. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. But good job to the driver for maintaining it because it was trying. It was definitely trying to go over.
Well, you know what they say, Sheila.
No.
They say skilled truckers ain't cheap, and cheap truckers ain't skilled. All right.
Oh.
So, and remember, Sheila, they are still wondering about your car warranty. All right. They are going through any lengths nowadays. They're digging people out of avalanches to let them know, look, dude, your warranty, you're going to need your insurance, but also when you're done, you might need your warranty. Right.
Oh, that's funny.
And it seems like that situation, coffee is not going to handle it. It looks like a job for alcohol, Sheila. I'm serious. It's crazy out there this morning.
Yeah, you were trying to do a little tasting of some moonshine yesterday.
I was. There's a lot of moonshine down there in Gatlinburg, right?
Yes, there was a lot.
Stay out of there, drivers.
Oldest distillery or something.
No, not the oldest, the most visited distillery.
Oh, most visited.
I can't remember the name of it. Maybe Charles remember the name. It's up in the comments.
Old something.
Yeah,
I think it was Old Distillery.
Maybe no, it was something else.
I don't know.
No, it wasn't Old Distillery.
There was a lot of moonshine going down.
Yeah, there was. All right. And remember, Sheila, when you've been drinking that moonshine, be careful who to trust, okay? Because salt and sugar look the same.
Stupid.
I had to get mine in this morning.
Oh, did you get it in?
No. Not with you. I'm getting it in tonight, though. I'll tell you that. So, well, at least tonight. Not tonight. Tomorrow. It's my birthday. All right. What? Shout out to who?
Renee Mueller.
I know. That's where I'm going, bro.
It just
Can you
like
give me a chance to
just seemed like you were
there?
trailing off. I didn't know.
You're playing my game now.
This is what he normally does to me.
Right. I knew that was coming. All right. Before we go any further, we do want to stop and say thank you to Renee Mueller and her husband just for putting this out there. They're grandparents and they're proud grandparents.
Yeah.
And here's a post from Renee Mueller. It says, when Clayton talks to his papa on the phone, he brings the biggest smiles to his papa's face, and he's in there in the truck with his headset on, and he's obviously been talking to Clayton.
Yeah, look how adorable he is.
All right, look how happy that driver is.
I know.
You know what I say about a happy driver, right, Sheila?
Is a safe driver.
Yeah, get it. At least you're paying attention this morning.
Oh, I don't always pay attention.
A little sharp tech.
Sometimes I kind of like wander off and I go somewhere, whatever, as I'm thinking about my next thing, whether it's trucking news or whatever it is.
Well, if you feel like wandering.
No,
not so much.
But I didn't say not at all. I just said.
Should we take our break and get to the comments?
Yes, let's take our break and say good morning.
All right, let's take a quick break and we'll get to your comments. Should we split the new one?
Yeah.
All right, so we got a new one that ran into a cow hauler yesterday, cattle truck. So we'll be right back, guys. Say it's one of my favorite things to do, Sheila. It's like therapy for me. Before we get to your good mornings, we did forget to mention Saturday's show. So if you didn't catch Saturday's show, head back to the driver's side, catch Saturday's show. It was a great show. It was Ron, Jerry, Charles stopped in, and all you guys. It was great. The comments were great.
Mhm.
You guys were great. I want to say thank you for that. And also, we did forget to mention this morning, if you want to nominate somebody to be a Knight of the Highway, just reach out to us, and we would be glad to knight a driver that you feel is worthy of being knighted. Remember to keep calm, trust God, and to be kind and laugh more. Now we can get over to your good mornings.
Hi. Hi. Good morning.
To Mr. John Freese.
And thank you for sending that over to us.
Yeah, John Freese let us know about the closures this morning out there in
Correct.
Washington. Thank you, John. And if you're in that area, remember, once you get into any state, every state, you have 511. All right. Good morning, John Keith Becker.
Good morning,
Good to
Keith.
see you. Glad you're here this morning. Darren Dreyer, also known to Charles as who?
Darren Dyer.
There you go. Becky Underwood. Good morning. Gary. Good morning. Susan. Eileen. Good morning. Chris
Good morning.
Salisbury. Good morning. All right, we got you, John. Justin Pomeranz says, hello, my favorite peeps. This is definitely my way of starting my day with
Cool.
y'all beautiful people. Love y'all. Coffee and cheers.
Yes.
Good morning, Justin.
Cheers.
It's good to see you. Mark Mason. Good morning, sir.
morning,
How
Mark.
are you? There he is. Glenn Calais
morning,
Jr.
Glenn.
No, that's senior there. That's Mr.
Mhm.
Senior. How are you, sir? Playing with his puppy over the weekend. I saw him out there playing with his dogs. You go spend some time with your grandchildren, pal. Becky Underwood. Good morning.
Good morning, Becky.
Sean Jakes.
Good morning, John.
Yeah, we got to go see him pretty soon, I think.
We're going to be seeing him. If we don't see him before, we're going to be seeing him when he gets married.
Yeah.
So, but we'll be seeing him. I'm sure we're going to be seeing him in Florida, though.
Most likely Chrome Shop 75, right?
Yes, that's gonna be in April, so.
Right. That will be in April. Chrome
Yes.
Shop 75 truck show,
Yes.
which I do look forward to going to, John, and I hope to see you there. All right, enough about John. Let's get over to Pretty Lee Riley. Good morning, y'all. Finally back to work today. Woohoo. OKC to either South Texas or Florida. Shippers only sent half the info needed. You know what, Pretty Larry? I'm glad you said that, because we're going to be talking about some things that happened last week today, because, well, it's possibly affecting you guys today. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning, Jerry.
Good to see you. Matthew.
Good morning.
Good morning. Charles Bundy.
Good morning, Lefty.
Bruce Perkins. Good morning.
Good morning,
Hi. Good to
Bruce.
see you. There's Mark. Mark, Mr. E-Step right there.
Mark, hope
Michigan,
you're doing
man.
well. Good morning.
No, I hope he's doing well too, Sheila.
Yeah.
All right. Telly, good morning, sir. How are
morning,
you?
Telly.
Shiny side up. Wayne and Sheila always put God first.
Yep.
We always do. Come on. We kick off our morning every morning with God first. Get it?
Yep.
And we even pray before the show, too.
That's
So
true.
we turn it over to him every morning. Judy, good morning. Good to
Good
see
morning,
you.
Judy.
Okay. John Jake says, I am still in Florida. Sunny and cool today.
Yeah.
Good to know,
Although,
John. Good to know, since we had to move our
some
broadcast this morning because due to rain.
Yeah, and they're saying that some portions of Florida are expected to get rain, so it could change for you down there.
Yeah,
Although the weather's still going to be nice.
Hopefully it won't be there in April.
You know what? I've come to see that like Florida is a lot like Hawaii with their weather. You know that at some point, you know, like little drifts or whatever kind of go by, whether you get a little bit of rain or not or whatever, and then poof,
Well,
it goes away.
Well, if you really want to go to that route, Sheila, I'm to the point where I just don't trust her no more whatsoever. After I seen Texas last week, I don't trust her at all.
And we have Florida actually in the news today, in the trucking news today.
Right, we're snowing in Texas. We're hurricaning in Florida in the same week. What's going on here?
Yeah, well, that's not the part of the part of Florida that's going to be in the trucking.
Oh no,
news.
it wasn't Florida. It was Georgia, wasn't it?
It was Georgia that got the
So-
tornado.
All right, I had that wrong.
It was North Carolina.
So you even got it wrong.
I had to think about what you actually
Boy,
said.
we're killing it this morning.
I had to think about what you said. I finally registered Georgia, and then I was like, no, it was North Carolina. It might have been part of Georgia, but I know that North Carolina got it.
I know.
Okay, moving on.
I know one thing who's gonna get it.
Yeah, me too.
Good morning, early. How are you? And there he is, right there, Sheila.
Good morning,
Good
Phil.
morning, Phil. How are you, John Freese? 3 hours before it gets put out there because of the time zone. All right.
Correct.
Yeah, that's right, John. That's right. Okay. Yeah, you're not getting updated right now on the West Coast. Stupid am I.
No, it's 9 a.m.
Pacific time.
Standard
Thank you for the
Yes.
correction, John. I appreciate you. Tisha Bell, good morning. How
morning.
are you? Brittany Akins is
Good morning,
still
Brittany.
in orientation. At least did you put your contacts on? You got your glasses on, something, so you can see. What?
You're so bad. When are you actually going to give that up?
Never.
Ever?
No.
You're
Not
so
after
bad.
that.
I'm sorry, Brittany.
Here's the deal.
I try to
You know why?
try to do that.
You know why?
Get
Because
him to stop for you.
I'm hoping it puts a smile on her face because I'm kidding.
Right.
And also, I'll never forget that phone call, Sheila. Oh, wait, I failed my DOT physical. I don't know what I'm going to do. And come to find out, all she had to do was put her right contacts in.
Yeah.
And she fixed it.
And you know what? At least it was a simple fix.
Right. Anton Austin, good morning. How are
Good
you?
morning.
Greg Martin.
Good morning, Greg.
Oh, happy Monday to you. Be safe out there. All
Absolutely.
right. Justin Daniels says, I'm a knight of the loading dock. And he is. He helps those trucks get unloaded. Ronnie Marie, good morning. How are you? Good morning, Dawn. There's a new name. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope
Good
you're
morning,
happy
Dawn.
this morning.
Yes.
And I hope you have a good day, Dawn. And I'm happy that you're here. Carlo Williams, Chris
Good morning.
Salisbury. All right. Jerry says, hey, Wayne, I got another surprise for you and everybody that's listens. To be the driver's side is I'm giving $100.
Wow.
So, okay. All right.
Yeah, we'll
so,
get with us, and then we'll make sure that we update and figure that out. That's very generous of you,
Well, the way
Jerry. That's
things-
awesome.
It is awesome. And the thing is, it goes to the drivers. Okay. And my goal from the beginning of this, before everything started whirlwinding and came together with you and this and that,
Yeah,
was always to give back to these drivers. You know?
absolutely.
And for drivers to step up like Jerry right here and to donate that
Mhm.
for us to give away tomorrow
Get it.
is awesome. And thank you, Jerry. I cannot thank you enough. That is too cool.
Yeah,
What do you think of that?
I think that's awesome. I mean, that's very, very generous of you. That's awesome.
Well, they're truck drivers, Sheila.
Yeah.
And the one thing I do know in the purest part of my heart, that the 8% of professionals that are out there, because this is a 92% turnover rate industry,
Mhm.
those 8% are the most caring, loving, giving, smart people on this planet.
Yeah.
I know that.
And Jerry was one of our guests on Saturday night
Yes.
show who did. Jerry, you did a fantastic job, and
Yes.
you are welcome anytime back
Yes, I agree.
on the Saturday evening panel show. So great job.
All right, here comes Sonny. Sonny, good to see you this morning. And Sonny, I think you need to reach out to Charles. Charles was talking to me this week about, or yesterday, doing about something on either Saturday or maybe even another day. I'm not sure.
Mhm.
We're going to talk to Charles and get that dialed in. He wants to do something for these tow truck drivers.
Right.
You know, Charles has been yanked out of the seat. He's a
Right.
truck driver, a tow operator. Now he's working in a shop with mechanics because he was yanked out of the seat.
Right.
But the company he was driving for put him in the shop, kept his CDL active.
Right.
So shout out to his company and shout out to Charles for keeping that going. But he mentioned Sonny. He says, and maybe Sonny will come on with me and we can get something going. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that will happen, Charles. So Sonny, reach out to Charles. Maybe talk to Charles a little bit. Maybe you guys get something together. Then bring it to me. I'll upload all the information. You guys can go at it on the show. All right. Chris Salisbury says, happy birthday. I appreciate it. Happy
Aw,
birthday to
yeah.
the driver's side too. Don't forget that. Wayne, good morning, sir. Good to see you. He says, good morning, Wayne and Sheila. Keep on trucking.
Good morning, Wayne.
Who's she? There she is, Sheila.
Miss Judy Gaylor.
One of our angels.
She
One of our viewer angels. I call
I
her.
love that one picture that I saw on her Facebook post that she had. I think it might have been around either Christmas, maybe it was Halloween or Christmas. I don't know, but she had
She did a
the
video
angel
with-
wings on.
yeah, with the angel
and
wings.
I thought it was great.
Right. Good morning, Judy. It's good to see you. All right. Tim, the Tool Time Taylor says, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Appreciate it. It's the same for tomorrow. All right.
Thank you.
Shine on. Oh, I don't know what that was, but wait, let's go back up to Chris Constantine.
Good
He's
morning,
a good friend of
Chris.
mine.
Yeah.
I remember Chris. You remember Chris?
Absolutely.
You met Chris.
Yes,
Yeah,
I did.
yeah.
In Vegas.
Well, he's been to Vegas quite a few times. And that I will remind you guys, if you're in the Greensville area and give me a heads up, I'll shoot on out there, shoot you guys, shoot your truck, video your truck, even interview or just hang out with you and have dinner. I had dinner with Chris about a year ago at the cannery out there in Vegas.
In
The cannery
Vegas.
had truck
Yeah, right
parking.
before we left.
Yeah, he called me. We went out there. And Chris, I hope you're doing better. I know that you were going through some tough times back then,
Yeah.
but I think you probably picked yourself up by now and now you're trucking on. And I appreciate you, Chris. It's good to see you here. All right. Chris Salisbury says,
Good morning.
Ohio is having a heat wave today, 38. It's crazy that he says that because that's actually pretty warm.
That's how we felt yesterday. It was like 50 some odd degrees out. The sun was out and I was just out there basking. I was like, oh, yay. Thank you. It's so warm. Thank you. I'm so happy that the sun is out and it's above 30 degrees. I'm like, I'm so over the
It's
cold.
funny because it made me think of Keith Becker because he's been saying all week, I haven't been above 20 degrees.
Yes. Yes. I think he's
Get
finally
it.
in areas that he's
Get
good.
it. And
And good morning to Amy Pitts. And Hello, Jeremiah. Good morning to you as well.
Yeah, Amy, if you're here and Jeremiah's here, good morning. It's good to see you guys. It has been a little while since I've seen your name. I actually got a post. I stole a post from her. It was a bunch of purple hearts. Thank you, Amy. You made me feel good with that post. All right,
Good morning,
Cadence says,
Cadence.
good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, Cadence. All right, let's get down to Dawn McPeak. All right, good morning. New to the show, and I love watching. Saw the show last week on women drivers.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you.
Good.
Here we go. So, again,
It's in the works.
It's in the works. We would really like to hear from you, women, truck drivers, women in general, even if you're a four-wheeler or if you have a family member that's in trucking. We'd love to hear from you guys because we want to put a all women's panel together. Hopefully you'll provide the questions. She'll facilitate it.
Right.
Would you do that for us?
Absolutely.
Because go ahead.
Yeah, and we did it before, and we had a great response. We had a women's show where it was just all female drivers on when we highlighted female truckers in Throwback Thursday, and so we're going to do it again. We had great responses, and we'd like to have the women on and get their opinion and their side and perspective of things too. So we're going to be doing it again. It's in the works. We've reached out to some drivers who are more than willing to come on and participate. So within a couple weeks, it'll be on there within probably about 2 weeks, guys.
And there's nothing to be nervous about or scared about. If you're worried about being on the show, you don't have to be on camera. You can always just do audio. We know that not everybody likes being on camera. Not everybody likes being on camera. So we can just do audio.
Not that I know. But, okay. He takes everything so much out of context. I'm just going to slap him.
Promise? Don't threaten me with a good time, woman. Yeah. All right. Pretty Lee Riley says, welcome, Don. Good to have you. Phil Amigo Tristan. Good. Okay. Don says, thank you. Chris Constantine. Raining here in Washington, Courthouse, Ohio.
Yes.
All right. LOL, Wayne Campbell. I got to thaw out over the weekend when I did my reset in Kingman, Arizona. That means you're close to home, Keith.
Yes, I remember I was telling you.
Right.
I said, oh, yeah, I think he's back in Arizona.
Right.
So he's finally out of that cold. Although Arizona did get some of it too.
Right. So, all right. So, Delilah. Let's get Delilah. Good morning, Delilah. How are you? Hope you're doing good down there in Laredo, Texas. That's a name I recognize from over the weekend, I want to say. Wasn't it?
I think so
she
too.
was one of the a lot of comments.
I think so too.
Because we talked about women in trucking over the weekend.
It's gonna be good.
But we talked about last weekend. The women, women having issues within the industry of men and stuff like that. I saw a great video on TikTok, and it was about a guy saying, why don't we have that many women in this industry? We need more women. And all of a sudden, somebody stitched it to where they can attach a video to it and respond to it.
Right.
And it was a woman. She's like, she's eating her food in the Bronx. And she's like, oh, we're here. We just don't need to be out there. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
because it's not easy for them.
It's not, and it still is a man-dominated industry. It's only 11% of female drivers that are in the industry, which isn't a whole lot. So the ones that are out there, and we appreciate you, and we want to get you on and hear your stories and talk to you. So like I said, we are going to have a female panel show, and that's going to happen within a couple of weeks. We're still in the works and getting it all worked out of what day and how we're going to do it. So I'm looking forward to it.
I am too. And real quick, let's get to this last comment here, and it's Amy Pitts. All right, Amy Pitts says the past few weeks have been hectic with doctor's appointments. Amy, you're not thousand person. We're always pulling for you, Jeremiah.
Absolutely.
And Jeff. All right. If you need anything from us, Amy, even if it's just prayer, let us know, and we'll do anything we can within our ability.
Right.
I
agree.
Right. Agree.
Yeah.
Got it.
I got it.
Get it.
You're
good.
Listen, I'm being a little extra nice right now because it's his birthday tomorrow.
You're so full of crap. That wouldn't hold you back from nothing.
It does a little.
Oh, wow. You actually love me.
It does a little.
I appreciate you. You respect my age.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
You're getting older.
All right. You ready to take a break?
I am.
We got to take a break. We got to get to trucking news, which in our trucking news, stay tuned because there is an opening coming, an opening of a certain highway.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes,
Don't you have that in the trucking news?
Florida.
Even though it's opening, it's still going to be a little bit of an issue. So stay tuned for that. And remember, guys, that we are here every day, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time.
9 a.m. Eastern.
All through the week.
8 Central, 6 Pacific.
And Saturdays, which I think we're going to change the time slot for that. Ron Hebert thinks he wants to see it go about 7 o'clock on Saturday. So you guys make sure to look for those shows, and we'll hopefully see you here every morning. We'll be right back with your trucking news. tell it. Just tell
Okay,
we got to
we're
tell our
gonna tell
truth.
it.
Are
here's
we
the
off
thing.
today? Does it seem like we're a little off? Tell them why, Sheila.
And here's the deal. So what I said to him behind the scenes was, I go, man, it's so different when we're in here because the room echoes. And so we're trying to be quiet so we don't sound so loud. But also because Mama is still sleeping. And so we're trying to be quiet for her. So, you know, when you're whispering.
Yeah, it's like
So
walking on eggshells.
It kind of it has an influence and affects your energy. So I go, I'd almost rather just hear the popcorn from the rain in our place because it's always kind of a little bit weird. So anyways,
But I do want to thank Charles for letting us use his bedroom.
Absolutely.
All right, now to your trucking news.
Whatever he wanted to.
And now to you, Sheila, for the trucking news.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so what he was talking about, you guys, in the trucking news is in Pensacola, Florida. The Pensacola Bay Bridge is reopening. There is a picture of this. If you guys remember back in September, this bridge got pretty much demolished and wiped out from Hurricane Sally that came through, and it took out a majority of it. A barge came in and took it out. So they've been working on it since then. They are going to be reopening it in March. Okay, so only a couple more weeks away. Here's the bummer on this, though. On the Pensacola side, for the first 4,000 feet, it's going to be down to 2 lanes and reduced speed. After that, it'll open wide on open to 4 lanes in both directions. So if you're going to be going and be like, woohoo, yay, I can take that and everything's going to be grand and groovy, yes, it is going to be open. However, do expect that there's going to be bottlenecking and delays in that first portion on the Pensacola side because it will be down to just 2 lanes. But they are repairing it and they're doing a good job on it and they're getting it done. So it will be open.
Just watch for the bottlenecking, guys. Just be prepared. Just because it says it's open, remember to trip plan correctly for traffic, for backups, from the bottlenecking, from the reopening, from just the 2 lanes until it gets back to its normal state.
Right. I agree. I wanted to see what I wanted to go to after that.
What do you want to go to after that, Sheila?
So we're going to go to something that happened over the weekend, guys, and it is scary.
We're going to the sky?
We are going mile high. Well,
We're
at least
going
not
to the
mile
sky,
high for this one, but pretty close. So this isn't necessary.
Mile High Club, Sheila. Can I become? Never mind. Get it. Go ahead. What?
Have you?
With you? Yes.
Okay. Anyways,
Oh, shit.
little TMI there, but okay. So in this one here, there was a United airplane that actually the engine caught on fire, and we have some of it on video of one of the passengers that was inside. It is nuts.
It's crazy. It reminds me of like you said this morning, Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone. Do you guys remember the Twilight Zone where he's looking out the window and he sees the little monster out there tearing all the electrical out of it, trying to make the plane crash, and him freaking out? Okay, I just want you to know that would be me if I saw this. So let's check out the video.
All right, here we go. My God, Sheila, that engine is just done. It's toast. It's history. It's sayonara. Quarterback is toasted.
Yeah, and I would have literally freaked out because that video there is from an actual passenger filming it outside their window. So here's the good news on it, though. So the good news on it is that they actually had to return back to the Denver airport. Kudos to the pilots that were involved.
We got us another Sully.
They landed perfectly safe and fine, and that includes the people on the ground. I have some pictures of it. Go over to the pictures.
All right, let's head over to the pictures.
Because when that happened, the passenger said it was like a loud, just bang, that happened when that engine caught on fire. Well, of course, when that happens, debris starts falling, and this is someone's front yard.
Right, real quick, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy.
And
I don't know
that's
if you guys
someone's
can
front
see it.
yard here.
Yeah,
And that's a soccer field.
And a soccer field. This is all debris from that plane that's falling down to the ground when it exploded. When that engine
That's
exploded.
crazy.
Everyone was safe. The houses were safe. Everything. So I mean, it's been incredible.
Well, God had his hands on that one, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. It's just,
Not necessarily trucking news per se, but it is transportation news. So
yeah, it's in the.
I wanted to throw that in because that's just unimaginable.
And
I'm pretty sure I would have had a heart attack.
Glad everybody's okay, but this reminds me of something that happened last week also within trucking, didn't it? Didn't we have another plane involved there?
We did. I don't have the pictures of it. I didn't put that up, but there was over oh gosh, now I got to think of where that was. It was in San Pedro, California, where a little plane actually was crashing, and as it was crashing onto the dock there, or onto the loading, what do they call it? The port.
The ports.
It came down and it hit a semi driver.
Container yards.
Yeah, there we go. A semi truck as it came down. Unfortunately for that one didn't end so well. The pilot did pass at the scene, and the driver of the semi was rushed to the hospital with severe injuries and has been reported in critical condition. And that was about 3 days ago that happened. But how crazy is that? It's still under investigation. They don't know the cause of what happened or why that plane crashed.
Well, it's sad that somebody had passed. Okay, it's sad that we lost the pilot, and our thoughts and prayers with the family. At the same time, it's crazy. You need to bring stuff up like this. I don't know if we're going there this morning, if I said not to go there or to go there this morning. But I just thought if we talked about that, I thought we were going to talk about that. But what I thought, what bothers me is this. Man, these drivers are really up against it. If it's not snow in Texas, if it's not, them hounding them about their car warranties while they're out on the road,
right.
It's planes crashing into ports,
right.
into trailers.
Right.
Really, guys? Seriously, my God, what's it take to be a truck driver today?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They're up against it for sure. I mean, over the fall and in the summer was all of the hurricanes that were going on. We just had tornadoes there in North Carolina, and then now all the weather that's been happening. It's been crazy. You guys are really up against it now. Apparently, you have to be watching for stuff that's coming out of the air at you.
That's ridiculous. But I appreciate you touching on that plane, because I'm glad all those people are okay. And that was a crazy situation. It did remind me of the Twilight Zone, But to switch gears to a positive aspect of things. All the things that happened in Texas, the shelves ran dry. People were having to boil water to have just to drink, or to even cook. Just water in general was scarce.
If they had it,
it was scarce. If they had it, pipes bursting, frozen, this, that.
Yeah.
But Coca-Cola stood up to the plate. Sheila, what is this about here?
Right.
That's Coca-Cola.
Right. So Coca-Cola donated water to Texas. So it says that in the wake of the winter storm in Texas, Coca-Cola stepped up and delivered 100 pallets, which was equivalent to 6 semi-fulls of water in Waco, Texas. Much appreciation from the residents who were without water or had to boil it. So kudos to Coca-Cola. So there was a little positive out of it, because those lines were really bad in some of the places in California for that. And I know that there's a lot of trucks, and this is kind of where we're going to be going now for the trucking news, guys. And we want to ask you. So there was a lot of you that had experience of being stuck. You were stuck in a lot of locations because you couldn't get through. And we had talked about the ripple effect. So now that the roads are kind of open and clear, what has this done for you guys? I'm sure that you're glad to be moving again, but are you still feeling pressure? Is there more pressure to get going because of all these back loads? What happens to the loads that you did have? Were they perishable? Are you still able to deliver them? So kind of what happens after that? Because I know in Texas, and we have another video of a gentleman that actually lives in Texas, and he was a four-wheeler and he was going by, and he was so happy to see all of the drivers delivering into the grocery stores and the different stores in the areas, and he was able to film. And I only got a little smidgen of it because he did it for a few minutes on this video, and it just semis after semis after semis after semis.
This is a great topic.
How appreciative that he was to see you guys.
This is great to talk about right now. It's a great topic to bring up because, yes, the roads are opening back up. Things are getting back to normal, stuff like that in some sense as far as weather goes. But you said this are drivers feeling pressured and this and that. We're going to show this video, come back, talk more about that. Hopefully get some comments over in the comments. But there's many layers to that, Sheila. It's not just with the shippers and receivers, you know. We'll talk about that when we come back from the break. There's also with drivers. You know what I'm saying? Their attitudes and this and that. So go ahead and drop some comments over in the comments. We'll get right back to your comments and we'll take the break with this video. It's an amazing video. We'll be right back. Okay, so real quick, shout out to all you small carriers. Appreciate you. That's an amazing site. It's an amazing thing. And the dedication that you guys have, because I know what it takes to sit in a line like that and to wait. Because why? If they're not turning, you're not earning. Right. Okay, so things are backing up, Sheila.
Right.
Obviously.
Right. And as happy we are to see that out there rolling, we understand that the flip side is that, oh my gosh, I'm now going to have to wait in this line for 5, 6, 7 hours just to even get unloaded.
5, 6, 7 hours? No, that's a day wait.
Oh.
That could be up to a day to 2 days.
Serious?
Yeah, I've sat at cold storages for a day. It's taken a day to get unloaded, and it wasn't that crowded. So, but go continue what you're saying.
No, but I know that four-wheeler there was very appreciative, which is why he was filming it. That was just one road in particular that were all those drivers were going to a few different outlets that were going there, a couple of grocery stores and areas in there. So he was very happy to see it. I know for you guys, and this is where our concern comes in, that we want to hear from you. So in that situation, yeah, you're back and moving, but you know,
how long are you moving for?
Right. You know, and are you able to even still deliver the load that you were originally scheduled for? Or does it completely go to waste? I mean, what happens there? And how are you guys feeling? Are you feeling more of the pressure on it? Because like you said, I thought it was only 5, 6, a few hours. And he's like, oh, no, that's a couple days. Yeah, it's great to see that many trucks, but holy moly, that's a lot of trucks.
Depending on the facility, though. Okay, let me not say all facilities are bad here. Okay, not all shippers and receivers are bad. Okay, but you have some, like, they don't prepare for this. Okay, they prepare for a little bit of a backup, but they don't prepare for a state or a country, parts of the country to be shut down.
Right.
Okay, they're usually all able to get in no matter what. But in this case, is what I wanted to talk about, the many layers of this, not just with the reopening, not just with the shippers and the receivers, but with these drivers and like the new driver that's under pressure, under an e-log. Oh God, I'm going to get down there, and he's stuck. And not just that, is now your bills are piling up, not just from sitting for that weather.
Right.
But also now you got shippers and receivers backed up. It's that ripple effect. Drivers agitated, angry, just well rested, but ready to go, and they can't go. And it's not the weather. Now it's the backlog. But there's also areas where drivers are benefiting, and areas that drivers haven't been able to get to. I'm wondering if rates gone up, capacity's lower in some areas and higher in others. So rates are high, this and that. There's so many layers to this. But in the end, the driver, what are they going through? What did they see? What's happening? You know, and it sucks that I see that. As happy as I am to see the shippers and receivers back up and going, it sucks to see these lines.
So, okay, so we're sitting here thinking of this, and before we get to any comments on what you guys have to say, here's my question that just came into my head. So on a normal week, okay, so say that most of the drivers were down at least 4 to 5 days, right? Let's just take Texas for instance. That roads were closed in 4 to 5 days. They didn't have power, so you couldn't get in. So in a week, how many trucks normally deliver without any complications in a week to one store? to one grocery store.
Okay, are you saying just a grocery store? Okay, a grocery store, the grocery store itself, they usually have a local driver that delivers to them, and that's two to three times a week.
So that's only like what, like maybe 4 trucks in a week that they get?
Yeah, it depends on the store, what their orders are. If they're not, they order weekly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for stocking and stuff like that, so they're only prepared for 3 days.
Oh.
That's why the shelves went dry.
Right. I know.
Do you see what I'm saying?
But the reason I was asking is, say, is there a store possibly, not necessarily a grocery store, but is there a customer who gets like on a week that they get like 20 truck deliveries in a week, right? So now you have all of them all at once. You know what I mean? Or you get
you only have it depends on the store. How many docks do you have? How much can you take? There's many variables there.
Right.
But an average grocery store gets 2 to 3, 4 trucks a week.
Mm.
So it depends the area, how much. You know what I'm saying? But Texas, it's big, and they're separated. There are many miles in Texas. Between distributions and stuff like that. It's a shit show.
Right. So now they're getting it all at once.
Correct.
Because now all of those drivers all at once are going to that location all at once. Right.
So, all right, let's head over to the comments, Sheila. All right. John Free says, Potato King delivers produce to each store in the super value in festival area every day just for produce.
Wow.
Well, that's perishables.
Right.
Right. It depends on the department. It depends on what exactly, John. Thank you.
Right. That's crazy.
All right. Pretty Lee Riley says, because there was so many places without fuel, there's been a lot of price gouging from the stations that still have available fuel. All right. Then you're going into the fuel. Let's see up here. Pretty Lee Riley says, my trip was canceled. Waiting time, find out where I'm being rerouted to. Chris Salisbury says, that was crazy. I fly way too much, referring to the plane.
Right.
All right. A fellow driver with cancer. Great guy. All right. Not sure there. All right. Blessings. Telly Riley says, all right, come on, guys. So not many comments here, Sheila.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It comes from a truck, what we live on in our daily lives. All right. So, yeah.
So basically, you guys are saying that it hasn't affected you at all.
Yeah, you guys are fine. No problem. You're good. You're happy. Everything's A-okay except Pretty Lee Riley.
And John answered on there as far as that. Just out of concern, we wanted to see for those of you. I mean, we know there was a bunch of you drivers who were stuck in weather for days on end. And how did it affect you? That's what we want to know. Has it stressed you out, or everyone's just okay? I guess, and nothing has affected you guys.
Right. So with that being said, let's go to weather. I mean, we're not going to wait for you guys. I mean, sorry we showed up this morning.
Well, let's go up to some of the comments. I've heard
you're going to go to planes and trains and automobiles. All right. Chris Constantine, COVID exemption extended till May 31st. Yes. More nonstop driving, no days off. Been running this way since last year. Going to be real weird going back to regular ELDs. Yeah. Right. Well, we're going to have to talk about that. When will the trucking industry go back to normal as far as the ELD, the exemptions goes and stuff like that?
I think that in May they're going to extend it again. I think that they're going to extend it throughout the end of the year. That's just my own personal opinion on it. I think we're still going to be dealing, only because the fact the government has said that they're preparing for stuff to not kind of normalize until December. So that's where they're going. So I would imagine myself, just my opinion on it, is that they're going to extend it again. When May comes, they're going to extend it.
This will be extended for a long time. So I don't see normalcy coming back for at least till next year. Right. I'm going till next year. Right. 2022, you might see some changes, but till then, I think you're going to see this pattern for a little while.
Oh, we did have seen some places though that are lowering as far as mask requirements, that they're limiting that they're going lower on that. And we saw that Vegas is starting to reopen. Casinos are starting to reopen more full-time now, and they're allowing for more people in places too. So restrictions are starting to loosen a little bit. So that's always a good plus.
It is. All right. So yeah. I think we're good there. Sheila, shout out to Gary Jones and SPB Trucking, guys. As he's in the comments over there. He's getting ready to go trucking. Yeah. Remember, guys, we will be in Florida at the Roadworks Chrome Shop 75 Truck Show. Yes. It's going to be a good time. Remember, we'll probably be down there with Gary Jones and them checking out SPB's new truck coming out. I can't wait. It's going to be a good time. Sheila, what do you feel about? How do you feel about this?
I'm excited.
All right.
Yeah. First of all, I'm excited.
How excited are you?
I'm pretty excited.
Oh boy. way.
Yeah.
Will I benefit from your excitement? Remember to keep calm and just trust God, Wayne. Otherwise, you will get killed right here on air. All right, we're ready for weather.
Yeah.
All right, we're at the,
Let's go.
we got 10 minutes till the top of the hour.
Yeah, because
All
we
right,
do still have
guys.
some weather here on the East Coast, guys.
All right, it's that time. It's time to take a break, and we'll come back and get to your trucking weather.
To you, this is a driver's seat, but to us, it's a captain's chair. A call center for friends and family. A place where we laugh when some say hello, and where we've cried when others have said goodbye. We spend a lot of hours in it, wondering, thinking, and contemplating if all this was worth it. I've grown in this chair, matured in this chair, and I've seen things in this chair that most people will never see their whole lives. So yes, that's why they call it the driver's seat. Because this is my seat. This is my home away from home. And if you're driving truck, it always will be.
And that reminds me to just, again, guys, if you have somebody that wants to be, that you feel it should be a Night of the Highway, send us a message and we will knight them and make them a driver of the week. Over here at the driver's side last week, we had 3 great ones. Go ahead, Sheila. It's what?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
You did.
I'm sorry. And we had 3 great ones. But I wanted to say, and make sure to put in there why you're nominating them.
Right. I already got a message during the show while we're at break for somebody. And
cool.
Yes, I will give you that. Who sent me that message? You will see them next week, not this week. We already have our 3 for this week, but we are looking for 2 more now for next week. All right. Yeah. So, but with that being said, I want to say thank you. And remember, guys, we do support you guys in every way we can. And we do encourage you to head over to the driver's side to check out some of these posts that have gone viral. Yeah. And it is in support of you guys out on the road. And then there's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of comments on how much you are appreciated, just like I am appreciative of her and her hard work and dedication to the driver's side and your weather.
All right, going into weather. Snow for parts of the Northeast and central Appalachians through today. Heavy snow over the Cascades and northern Rockies. Central U.S. warms up while Northwest cools down. So a system will cross the Midwest and will produce light to moderate snow across much of the Northeast, with heavier snow downwind of Lake Ontario and higher elevation areas of New England. We're talking about eastern West Virginia up to northern New York and southern Vermont. Rain is expected from the mid-Atlantic down to the eastern seaboard today, while isolated thunderstorms are possible across Florida and North Carolina's Outer Banks. Again, this areas we're talking about is central Mississippi all the way up north to Ohio and eastward to D.C. and south to northern Florida. This includes everything in between, guys, which is us as well in Tennessee. Meanwhile, in the Northwest, heavy mountain snow across the Cascades and northern Rockies and heavy rain across the Pacific Northwest coast and inland areas through tomorrow. Blizzard warnings are in effect for parts of Montana Rockies due to the high winds. We've got extremely high wind warnings for most of Montana, except, just for the very, very southernmost portion of it. High wind warnings from western to central North and South Dakota. Wind warnings in Wyoming from Cody southward to Rock Springs and Laramie, and then eastward to Cheyenne. Wind advisory in Washington from Chelan, Cooley Dam, and Spokane south to Walla Walla and west to Golden Dale. Wind advisory in Oregon from Hermiston and Pendleton west to Maupin. Wind advisory in California from Santa Barbara to Long Beach and then eastward to Palmdale. And for our weather here in Elizabethton, Tennessee, we are in probably about 40 degrees and it is on and off rain, which was what we're supposed to get throughout the rest of the day.
And
now back to you, Wayne Amigo.
Well, thank you, Sheila. I appreciate that. And Gary Jones, you know where you could put that comment, right? Right where the sun don't shine, pal. Because there's no way in hell that I'll ever stop bugging my wife. I seen Gary Jones says, I seen a TikTok video of you messing with my friend Sheila. Leave her alone, Wayne.
I'm a prop.
No.
Yeah, did you see that one?
You're not a prop. You're part of the show.
Prop. No.
You're part of the show.
I'm a prop. Yes, and if you're talking about the one yesterday where he was basically shaking me around like I was a mixed cocktail going down, yes, I was irritated at the end of it. I'm like, what are you doing? Come on.
And before we go to your guys' weather, Renee Mueller says, Chrome and pretty trucks excites me, Sheila. Just saying. And
Me too. There's gonna be some
Mueller,
great
it
ones
was
down there, too.
Renee Mueller. I love the post that you put up with Clayton and your husband, Papa, his Papa, and stuff like that. So shout out to you and your family and to your grandchildren and your husband. You guys are awesome. All right, now let's get over to your guys' weather. All right, Dalton says, Dalton, Georgia, 50 and raining. Darren Dreyer says. All right, Jerry says Georgia, raining and 50.
Right.
Let's go up to John Freese. Yeah. John Freese says, because I-90 was closed, I've had to drive down to Portland, go across 84 heading east, then head back up the woods to Yakima. Temperature 48 along the Columbia River Basin. Thank you, John. We appreciate that update.
That area, you might get rain.
Appreciate that, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we really appreciate you guys' real-time updates and send information and stuff like that, because it's important that we get it out there, because you guys are up against it in every single way. I mean, planes are crashing into your trailers. Come on, guys.
Well, and the other thing before you get to that, and the reason why we asked for you guys, that's exactly why we asked for you guys to drop your comments in your weather in your area, because I go by the National Weather Service. And so I can only tell you what they're telling me. I'm not necessarily, other than here in Tennessee, of what's going on. And so we want you guys to be as updated and know real time of what's happening in the different locations that all you drivers are in. So we always appreciate it.
And so this is your comment right here, Sheila.
Phil Tristan says 20 degrees and cloudy in Davenport, Iowa. Thank you, Sheila. And now back to you, Wayne Amigo.
I get it. Thank you, Amigo. Appreciate you every day. I appreciate your cup of coffee on the driver's side. I love it, brother. Thank you so much. All right, Carla Williams, one of our favorite people over here on the driver's side, says Austin, Minnesota is 24 sunny, I-90 westbound in good condition after last night's snow.
Good.
Get it.
Awesome.
All right, Pretty Lee Riley says Wichita Falls, Texas, 37, beautiful sunshine.
Yeah.
And I will go to your comment up above here when we're done with the weather, Pretty Lee. I appreciate that comment. Boy, them Karens are getting it, ain't they? All right, Kenneth Williams says 30 degrees in Chicago, Illinois. Kenneth Williams is back in a truck, guys. Yeah. His son is Justin Williams, heavy hauler, who's over at Valley now. Shout out to you, Justin. And to Dennis Hicks over at Valley. Appreciate you guys. Glad you guys have found new homes. But Kenneth Williams is back out on the road. His son's a trucker. He's a trucker. Obviously, we got somebody that gave the gift of trucking to his son. But we're glad you're here, Kenneth. And he says it's 30 degrees in Chicago, Illinois. Yeah. Chris Salisbury, our brother out there in Ohio, says still 38 here in Ohio. LOL.
Still 38.
Dean Stein, which is now my friend on Facebook, because we got that straightened out. Appreciate you, Dean. He says 52 and Peachtree City, Georgia. All right. Pretty Lee Riley says, I'm thankful for your weather section of the show. Helps me a lot, because I'm heading to some of those areas at times. Correct. All right. Don says here in Dallas, Texas is 43 now. Good. We're above freezing in Dallas. Right. Okay, let's get back to normal in Texas.
I know.
Look, they're not prepared for that type of stuff. They're really not. No. They are not. I lived in Texas for 5 years. I did a lot of trucking out there. And when it freezes, it's not pretty. And you add snow to that actual freeze. Oh, God, I did think hell froze over.
It's a mess.
It's ridiculous. I mean, come on. I feel sorry for the residents of Texas. I really do, because,
and Louisiana.
In general. But Texas, the blame game's going on right now with the electric company, this and that. They were to blame that the president or that the governor, or what's his name?
Abbott?
Abbott was on there. I talked to you and you said you could handle it.
That they were ready
this
for
and
it.
that.
Yes.
Right, and they weren't. Then you had Ted Cruz fleeing the state, going down to Mexico, getting caught, then apologizing for it. But dude, you left your dog behind? What's wrong with you?
And invited his friends down to Mexico with him on vacation.
Right. Which is going to bring me right up to this comment up here, and I'm going to find it. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to go right here to Susan Eileen. She says, people are tired of being sheep.
Yeah.
Right. And I get it, because you don't do that.
Yeah.
At least take your dog. Leave the poodle to freeze behind.
You know what? Okay, and if you're not going to take your dog, I get not taking your dog on vacation, but kennel him where somewhere warm or, you know, I mean, I don't know the whole story on it. I mean, he left his dog at home. Maybe he had a dog sitter that was going to come and check on him, and he was left inside.
Right.
We don't know, but I know a lot of people were really upset at the fact of him leaving and going to Mexico while everyone was crazy.
It doesn't stop there, Sheila. There's plenty of Karens in Texas, all right? Because, you know, if you're take pride in your ride and you want to wash your truck in Texas right now, it's not okay. Okay, because Pretty Lee Riley says, on my local community page yesterday, I asked if there was any mobile washers out working to get my truck washed. Would have thought I was caught stealing from the blind. From the blind community. The comments from the Karens concerned with water shortages. Oh my God.
Wow.
Don't dare take pride in your ride. And most of those car wash, mobile washes, that water is not drinkable. It's treated. Oh my God. You would have to boil all of it to use it. What is it?
I could just totally imagine. I could just see people taking to that.
Can you?
Yes, absolutely. I can see it. I don't necessarily agree with it, but what I'm saying is I could totally take them. They're like, what? Oh, I'm sure that they were all riled up.
They were.
As far as how could you be when people are out of there with water and they don't have this and so on and so forth.
You know, I'm pretty riled up.
What?
I'm pretty riled up.
Oh.
Tomorrow's my birthday.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
I'm looking to collect.
I know, and you're going to be how old?
27.
27 plus 20. That's
not so
old.
much.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back over to your comments, guys. Texas will be flooded soon. Oh, don't say that. Yeah, don't say that. I remember when downtown San Antonio, they get a good rain. Oh, God, you see cars going down. Well,
Vegas is the same way.
Yeah, same way in Vegas. All right, let's go over to Kenneth Williams. Says, thanks, Wayne. No, thank you, Kenneth. We appreciate you.
I'm glad that you're back out there.
Yeah, I'm glad you're back out there too. So,
are you loving it? Are you having a great time or what? I mean, are you just excited to be back out? I mean, you've been out of the seat for a while.
I bet he's excited. I mean, come on. There's nothing like grabbing gears.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All right. All right. Telly says reaching 60 here in Oklahoma City today. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for our weather.
Yeah.
Right. It's
in closing thoughts.
In closing thoughts.
Tomorrow,
so,
guys, like we said, we're going to be doing giveaways.
We ending it?
It's
top
at
of the
that
hour?
time.
Oh
Yes.
God, yeah.
It's already at that time. So drop in whatever you guys have closing thoughts of. Like we say, we want to thank Jerry and Charles and Chucky for donating, contributing for the giveaways tomorrow, because that's going to be awesome. We have your birthday tomorrow, so it should be fun.
Yeah, it is going to be fun, Sheila. I'm excited.
It is Talk to Me Tuesday, and we've kind of changed some of the layout on it, guys. We're going to ask some questions to you just to get your participation. So if you'd like to either join by phone, we'll have a phone number on there, or just drop your comments in there. So obviously we'll have the trucking news, and then we'll have a few questions just to get your participation and interaction on and find out what's going on with you guys.
All right. I want to say thank you to you for all your hard work. You put it, put that work in every day, and I can't thank you enough. Thank you to Charles and Mama Bunny for providing us, what we have right now, and to you guys for tuning in every morning.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you too, because you were up early with me, and you were like getting it with me and going over stuff, and
the one thing that has to happen on the driver's side, we can't backslide. Okay. And I won't let that happen, guys. We will try to bring this to the next level every week and every day, guys. It's important because you guys are the heartbeat of America. You should be treated that way. And we feel that way, literally. And you told me this morning to stop wearing my feelings on my sleeve, and I will try that. I'm very difficult in the morning. Let's get over to these last three comments that I see over here. All right. Gary says, have a great day out there, drivers, and stay safe. Thank you, Wayne and Sheila. Wayne, I shared a weather article my wife sent me. It's a good read. Where'd you share it to, Dean? Because if it's going out, we'll make sure that she reads it, because I'm not reading. Okay. No, I'll read it. We'll check it out. Maybe if it's something we need to talk about here, we will.
Yeah, where'd that get shared to? Was it on the group or onto the page or to you personally? Absolutely.
Thank you, Deborah. She says, have a happy birthday. All right. Sweet. Renee says, you too rock. I appreciate you, Renee. Another blessed show. Thank you. Thanks for being here, Judy. And thank you for being here, guys. That's it for your comments. Remember, guys, to tune in tomorrow. We are giving away some money tomorrow, guys. It's going to be an exciting day. It's exciting. Birthdays. It's exciting for me. The fact that I'm turning a year older doesn't mean crap to me. It just means that I get to have it my way tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Okay. You better be blowing out a lot of candles tomorrow.
What are you saying? I'm wishing I'm grabbing. Oh, you suck. You suck. Again, guys, you're the heartbeat of America. You should be treated that way. Always
Thank
keep
you.
your shiny side up, your rubber side down. And to make and before we do that, thank you to the Knights of the Highway, guys. Thank you to you drivers of the week last week. And we look forward to drivers of the week this week. And to make money in today's trucking industry, what do you got to do, Sheila?
Keep that left door closed.
And we are going to end it with a trucker's prayer, guys. Have a great day, everybody. Peace out.
See you tomorrow.
Not really sure who wrote this. It's been around for a long time, but this is called a trucker's prayer. I wanted to share it with you guys. Dear God above, bless this truck I drive and help me keep someone alive. Be my mortal sight this day on streets where little children play. Bless my helper fast asleep when the night is long and deep. And keep my cargo safe and sound through the hours big and round. Make my judgment sound as steel and be my hands upon the wheel. Bless the traveler going past. Teach them not to go so fast. Give me strength for every trip so I may care for what they ship.